What up, everybody? Welcome to the fourth episode of Fandom Xplored. Dang, that took a long time, but fear not, it's an extra long episode again. First of all, sorry that it took so long for this episode. I had some troubles during the creation, but I won't bore you with the details. In the meantime, I wanted to share that I started up a Facebook page for Fandom Xplored, and you're free to give it a follow if you like. I also created a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Frytech, where I stream myself struggling with video games, all while talking to you guys about random things. Now back to the episode. This time it's all about Magic the Gathering. I invited over my older brother for some beers and we try to explain what Magic the Gathering is all about. Well, we try. We're also getting really drunk. Ah, what up, my brother?
What up, everybody?
Welcome
Yeah,
to this episode of Fandom Xplored.
yes, it's awesome.
You remember what the first thing is I always ask things.
No, what's that?
Are you ready?
Yeah, of course.
Get yourself a beer.
Nice.
Oh, here we go. Open them beers.
Oh shit, I forgot to. Oh, there we go.
Nice. Cheers.
Yep, cheers, bro.
What you got?
I got Mexican beer, yeah, with
Yeah.
tequila, and I've got the Lidl version because that's way cheaper than the other stuff.
Taquitos.
Yes.
I've got a Grols
Oh, lekker.
gerijpte herfstbok.
Lekker. Oh, that's nice.
Do you know what we're talking about today?
I guess being a wizard.
Yes, we're gonna talk about being a wizard, Harry.
All right.
It's Magic the Gathering, bros.
Yeah.
Magic the Gathering.
Biggest nerd fest ever. Oh,
Well, yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I used to get beat up for playing Magic. Do you know that?
Yeah. Wait, way back.
Not by you though. I got beat up by you for other reasons.
Yeah, for everything about magic.
Yeah, we had a great childhood.
Mm.
So yeah, well, I just want to start with a short introduction about Magic and what Magic actually is. Magic the Gathering is a trading card game, and you are in fact a wizard, Harry.
Yes, you're a wizard.
No, we'll get back with that story later, but because that's the best introduction I had to Magic ever. What do? You cast spells and you try to take out your opponent, and usually it's one opponent. He has 20 life, or in some cases 40, but that's a different game. I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yeah. I basically always compare it to chess and poker combined.
Yeah, it's somewhat like chess. It's more complicated, I think.
Yeah, you do a lot of math as well.
But yeah, you have a deck
Yeah.
which contains a normal standard 60 cards, I think.
Yeah, minimum
of 60 cards, and you have
they always work with minimums.
Right. You have creatures that you can cast. Those are your protectors and your attackers. You have sorceries, which you can only play in your own turn. And you have instant spells, which you can play in other people's turns as well. And to cast these spells, you need to use your lands, and your lands generate a type of mana in a color.
Yeah, you just need to pay what's on the card.
You have mana to tap, you have creatures to cast, but you have need to do that with the cards in your hand. So you start a game with 7 cards in your hand, and each turn you draw a card, or maybe a card says draw extra, but semantics.
Yeah, if you know the steps of the turn and you basically understand English, you can play the game.
Yeah, it says exactly what it's supposed to happen. It says on the card. So the only thing you need to remember, there's a few phases of a turn. You begin your turn. You either play a land. Oh wait, you grab a card. You play a land. You can cast.
You're forgetting the upkeep though.
Right. Wait. So how does it go?
The untap step. Untap, upkeep, draw, and then you play your shit.
Okay, so untap. You can turn, if you have any tapped creatures or lands, you can untap them, right?
But then you need to explain the tapping, because what's tapping, dude?
Yeah, tapping is using
turning shit sideways. Yeah.
Turning shit sideways is using it, aka tapping your shit.
That's basically the idea. The card is normally in front of you, you turn it sideways, so it's horizontal, then you use the card. So that's basically it.
Right. Okay, so that it's now tapped.
It's tapped.
Back to the phases. You untap.
Yeah.
Have your upkeep.
Upkeep
What's
is
your
the
upkeep?
the phase when then all the nasty shit happens.
Yeah, it's where sometimes there's cards that say in your upkeep you have to
Do this
discard a
or
card or sacrifice a creature.
get an extra card or yeah.
Any effects that says in your upkeep, that happens right now in your
Yeah.
upkeep.
And mostly you can't do shit about it. Yeah.
Yeah, you can only cast instants in your
Yeah.
upkeep, right?
Instance.
All right. So that phase is mostly skipped because nothing happens or something happens.
It depends how
That's
far
right.
you're into the game. And if you're playing me, because Black loves the upkeep, yeah.
Yep. You have to sacrifice a card or whatever the fuck you do.
Sack a creature, yeah, nice. Draw extra cards, oh, brilliant. Pay some life.
Filthy.
Yeah.
Filthy boy.
Yep.
Horrible. After that comes the draw step,
Yeah.
which is the part where you pick a card from your deck. If you're lucky, you can pick more, but usually it's just one.
Yeah.
So you have had your upkeep draw,
Untap.
then is your main phase.
Yeah, main phase, yeah. Then you do your stuff.
Which is basically you can cast a creature or you can cast a sorcery spell.
Yeah.
And then you can decide to go to combat.
Yeah, combat phase. And you attack with the creatures.
So in creatures come into play and they have summoning sickness. Summoning sickness will.
Oh yeah, that's there as well, yeah.
So if you play a creature, it cannot tap for the first round.
No.
So
Yeah. Need to wait.
you have to wait till till it's your turn again that you can actually attack with it or tap the creature.
Yeah.
And so you played a new creature, it cannot do anything yet, but other creatures you played the last turn can now function.
Yeah.
So they can either tap for something, tap for mana, tap for damage, tap for
Do whatever
grabbing a card, whatever
yeah.
whatever the text says. So you can also choose to go to combat, which is a combat phase.
And that's awesome.
You can now tap your creatures to attack.
Yeah. And you send them at Jos.
No. Send them to you dick.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Nice. You can now attack a player, and some creatures have special abilities that now come into effect. And combat, then you declared your attackers, which are going to attack who.
Yeah.
The defending players can now choose which one they want to block with.
Yeah.
They can respond to all these declarations with instant spells or effect.
And after that, there's the damage stuff. Yeah.
And this is the part where the attack power and defense power from the creatures comes into play, because there's a little two numbers on the right side of the card, which has its on the left it's attack power, that's how much damage it does, and on the right it's its defense, how much life it's got. So the attacking players do damage to the blocking players or blocking creatures, or if they're not blocked, they do damage to the player.
Yeah, something like that.
Right?
Yeah. But there's all sorts
Man,
of.
I know how this game works. Yeah, stuff like flying, lifelink, death touch.
Yeah, or planeswalkers, or all the other stuff, and trample.
Yeah. Yep.
And you got bending. Oh, nice. And yeah,
facing.
But all those rules, the basics are that, yeah. And after that,
is your second main phase after combat.
Yeah.
So the combat has resolved, everybody got damage, the players remove their damage from their life totals, and
the creatures die and stuff.
Some creatures die, some don't. You come back and you have another main phase where you can cast either another creature or a sorcery still, or an instant if you want.
Or another combat phase.
Or another combat phase if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But after your second main phase, it's done. Your turn is done.
And then you've got the end step. Other people can do stuff at the instant speed, I guess.
Yeah, and then you pass the turn.
Then it's over. Yeah.
Wow, that was a whole fucking lot.
Yeah. That still isn't everything.
No, you can.
It basically is. It's just well, it's logics. You just need to think logical, do some math, and beat the other one's face.
Yeah, that's the
beat face.
That's where it comes down to, basically. Yeah. We're playing a certain type of game with Magic now. It's called Commander.
Yeah, but first you need to talk where to get the cards, because that's an old. The basic game is the booster stuff.
Booster packs, yes, yeah.
Yeah, you get the gamble packs and gamble away.
How did that work again? Right, you buy just a booster pack and there it contains random cards.
Yeah, a random, one rare, three uncommons and a buttload of commons
Hmm.
and a foil maybe or something.
And that's where the trading comes into play, right? So you have to
Yeah,
trade
yeah, yeah.
cards with your friends or get them exclusively from stores. And
Yeah.
the way I do it usually is just look online, see what I need, build my deck. But when we first started playing, it's just grab all the cards we had, throw them together. Oh, this is the same color. That'll work.
Yeah, yeah. Well, my first deck really contains just about anything, even the wrong lands with the wrong colors, and it was a total mess, man.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's awesome.
Yeah, you taught me Magic at a young age, so my decks weren't better. Then again, I got all the rejects you didn't want. So.
Yeah, yeah. But basically, how I started was I got a bunch of cards from some guys in high school. They
Hmm.
donated me the stuff. Here, there you go. Let's go play some Magic, and I got all the bullshit they didn't want, and I thrown them all together with some
Hmm.
hands, and there you go.
These
Yeah.
boosters and cards where we're talking about, they come out in sets. So there's a set based on core sets, and then you had stuff like Mirage or Visions and Tempest. Those were sets. They had a story written around them, and
Yeah, they
all.
actually have books because you're a
Yeah.
wizard.
You're a
Yeah.
wizard, Harry. Well, that was
Yeah.
the first explanation, right? A friend of ours we played Magic with. He was asked the question, well, how do you explain Magic?
You're a
And
wizard, Harry.
the first thing that comes out of his mouth is, well, you're a wizard. And
Yeah,
who,
nice.
I don't know who he was explaining this to, but that person just immediately lost
Instantly.
interest. It's like
Yeah, he didn't want to play. It was stupid. You're a fucking wizard.
that was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, and
set.
I actually started playing. It's a bit of a flashback to your previous episode about D&D, because the
Hmm.
guy I started playing with is the same guy that introduced us to D&D with the shitty old books.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
that was awesome.
Yeah,
I
those are good
remember
times.
this time one of the yeah, it was way back, but we started playing at his place, and well, yeah, the old school cards looked a bit demonic or like
Hmm.
tarot kaarten or something.
Oh right, I know
Yeah,
this
but
story. Yeah.
yeah, and his mother comes in, and she actually they were a bit Christian family. She
Hmm.
actually thought we were summoning the devil. It's freaking awesome. Nice. We weren't
You
allowed to play
sinners!
anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you
it's
had to play in
brilliant.
secret. Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
great.
yeah, that's
I
awesome.
can picture it now. I knew his family as well. So it's fucking
Mm,
great.
yeah.
Well, yeah, you had stuff like Lord of the Pit and Dark Ritual.
Yeah, that was my pet card, Lord of the
Yeah,
Pit. It was
that's
awesome.
still a great card though. Where were we? We were talking about mechanics and booster boxes, I think, and.
Yeah, because what I was aiming at is the basic play version
Hmm.
of it is you uh, divide packs around people and you build a deck from the pack, and that is a minimum of 40 cards, and you play that deck to against each
Oh, that's
other.
what we did
It's,
some sort of kind of tournament with, right? That's called Sealed.
yeah, it's sealed,
Yeah,
yeah, and you got other types of play as well. You got sealed, you got
yeah.
draft, normal, like modern,
Hmm.
standard,
Can you explain a
and you
bit
got
about those things? Because I don't know if I know
uh,
exactly. Because
sealed is you get your own packs and you build a deck from 40 cards from those packs, and then you play against each other.
yeah.
And draft is each open one pack. You pick one card you think you're gonna play, and you pass the pile on to the person to the left.
Oh, that takes a long time, I guess.
Pass to left. All right, and
You puff pass your cards, or
yeah, nice. And well, yeah, you open. I think it's 4 packs, or depends on how much. No, it doesn't depend on how many people are playing.
I don't know. I
But you
haven't I
pass
haven't
pass
played
it around,
draft.
and you build a deck from the cards you pick from the packs,
Right.
and there's a whole type of strategy behind it because you need to pick wisely because yeah, you see the pack once, and you need to pick a
Hmm.
card, and then the next time you see the pile, it yeah.
Might be gone.
It
Yeah.
got looted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, I find the sealed tournaments already really difficult to build a deck with 40 cards, because you have to think, oh, I need removal, I need some creatures, I need
Or you
creatures
need
that,
luck.
yeah, that too.
I just basically put a whole pile of shit together and play with it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, but you have to do it a bit
Yeah,
strategically, right? I
you
cannot
got
say
like
that word.
the curve stuff. You can't
The
play
curve, oh
all
yeah, the mana
expensive.
curve. The
Yeah,
mana
you
curve.
can't play
So
all expensive stuff. You need to
mhm,
play cheap stuff as well, and
yeah, that's
yeah,
the mana cost we're talking about
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
So
The cost of the cards. Yeah,
yeah, you need to make sure that you have a certain mana curve. So you have a few cards that cost 1 mana, you have a bit more of 2 mana, you have a bit more of 3, and then less again of the
yeah.
higher
But
expensive cards.
basically, the idea about that is, if you are in a normal game, if you don't play anything, if you play only a land on the first turn, you're
Hmm.
behind because math wise, because you need to have something. You play the first turn and play the second turn. Else, if you don't play
Yeah,
something the first turn or the second turn, the other guy is probably playing stuff and he's gonna beat your face
yep.
with it.
That's
So
that's what I always hated about your decks, because you always have a dark ritual.
yeah, that's awesome.
No, it's not. You son of a bitch.
Everybody
I
should play
hate
black.
that card so much.
Black is the color. Everybody says blue is the color. It's not. You need to
Hmm.
play black. Black is the new blue. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what I was saying about the sealed and draft is, I have a hard time making a playable deck with 40 cards and sealed, and I can imagine if you're playing draft that uh, it's even harder.
I I did a draft game only once.
You can only pick one card, right?
Yeah, you can pick one card of the pile,
Okay.
and the pile. Well, normally it comes back at you,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's looted. So good luck finding anything useful. If you
Hmm.
maybe you got lucky.
And that
You
sucks
never
because
know.
I usually pick cards that I like. I like the artwork for. Or...
And there's also the money aspect. Yeah, I usually pick the ones that are worth a lot of money.
Well, can you keep those cards afterwards then?
Then I worry about the deck. Yeah, you keep the cards you pick. So that's
Oh, I get it.
the
I
other
get it.
thing is, if you open a pack and there's a card in for like yeah, you got some bizarre cards that are like $40 or euros,
Hmm.
whatever, and well, maybe it's got nothing to do with your deck, but it's
Yeah.
40 euros, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That.
fuck the
Mm.
deck. Yeah, I picked the
40
40
euros.
euros. 40
At least I
euros.
got
Thanks.
some interest playing this game. But yeah, there's
Mm.
there's more, right? So that was there's also standard, I think.
Yeah, standard is like you've got the core set and 3 expansions, and that is legal. No, 6 expansions. So core set
Okay.
and 6 expansions, that's legal. And when the sixth hit, the other one is rotating out. So you can't keep the deck you built forever. You always got to buy new cards, and
Keep
yeah,
updating it or making a new deck from
yeah,
which is legal with those sets. I really dislike it because I have a shit ton of cards and I just want to use my old cards.
yeah,
So
yeah. That's the
is
same.
there something for that as well?
Yeah, basically where we want to talk about is Commander or Legacy,
Yeah.
casual kitchen table stuff.
I like casual too. I build casual
Yeah,
decks. It's just with
yeah,
friends.
but you kind of need the rules to make it even, though.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. I don't have that many expensive old cards, so it's well, I have a few, but there's some. Yeah, everybody knows about the Black Lotus, right? So that's
Yeah.
legal in
Well,
Legacy, I think.
I was talking to my girlfriend today about the card
Mm-hmm.
I sold when we were a bit skimped on money,
Mm-hmm.
and it was I saw the card for like I got it from a pack for €4, and it was worth
Jeez.
180 euros, I think. And
What?
some guy from Rotterdam came down with the car all the way to my house and paid in cash, and it was brilliant. One,
Yeah,
but I looked it up today. Stupid
yeah.
thing is about 300 euros.
No.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well,
Shit
yeah.
happened.
Well, you needed the money then, right? And now you're.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the same thing I have with the Lion's Eye Diamond. It's I
yeah.
keep telling this story every time. but I knew I had it.
bizarre.
I knew I had it.
Yeah,
It's,
you
it's
had it.
supposed to be in my map
It's gone
or
though.
my binder.
Yeah,
Yeah, I gave it away.
yeah, probably.
That card,
But back then
when
it was shit.
I have seen people rip it to shreds, just in the
Yeah,
local
it
game store.
was
Uh,
stupid.
it was a
Yeah.
card, an artifact, and it gave you, I think, 3 mana. Except you had to throw away your whole hand when you used the thing.
Your
Back then there
hand
was
is
a
like the 7 cards you keep and play the game with. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, and yeah, you get instantly mana for free, but you throw away your cards you're holding in your hand,
So
and
you get all the cash, but you can't buy shit. That's
yeah,
basically it.
exactly. And in that
Yeah.
time, when you go from phase to phase, you actually get damage if you leave mana in your mana pool, which is
Oh yeah,
you
that's
you
old school
tapped your
stuff. Yeah,
lands, and there's still some mana you haven't spent yet, so you get damage for that. For each mana, you get 1 damage. So it
yeah,
really sucked, and people got that. It was a rare as well, so people got that card from their packs, and they're like, "Ah, fuck, I'll rip this shit to shreds." And
yeah,
nowadays, they removed that rule, the mana burn. So that
yeah.
card is really expensive now because you have all kind of stuff that brings cards back from the graveyard
I
or
think the thing why it got so expensive is because of dredge. I think the mechanic,
yeah, dredge. Yeah,
game
dredge is like
mechanic.
they can.
It's something in the graveyard, and you can pay mana for it and stuff. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, well, yeah.
Weird mechanics to get stuff back from your graveyard. So
It got expensive. Yeah,
yeah,
basically.
it got like 300 euros,
Mm,
something.
yeah, stupid.
Yeah, and I in that time I gave it away to my friend, I think, and that sucked. That sucked.
Shit happens. Yeah,
Yeah, well, you can't win them all. Back to
yeah.
playing the Commander
And
game.
that's the best thing ever.
Yeah, Commander is actually, yeah, I really wanted to talk about that because that's the game that got me back into Magic. There's loads of
Yeah.
people who always still, yeah, well, we started Magic, and when I was in college or later on in life, I quit Magic. But now I'm back. We're playing Commander.
We're
Uh,
back.
s- Same for
I,
me.
I actually got back because of the stuff on Xbox.
Oh, right,
The
there's games on Xbox,
Planeswalkers.
right?
Yeah, the Planeswalker stuff on Xbox. I that got me back because I quit after. Well, yeah,
Yeah, I think Ursa's
it was-
Legacy, maybe.
yeah, something like that. And you played
Yeah.
on a bit with your friends, but
Yes.
I quit. I got all the stuff, shoved it in a shoebox in the closet. Nice. And
Yep.
yeah,
Gone for
when that
years.
hit on the Xbox, I got it back. And all the guys I used to play with back in high school,
Hmm.
they still had their shoebox. So we all got the shoeboxes out and started playing again. It was awesome.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, I kept on playing a bit longer, but only a few months, I think, and then I quit as well because I didn't have any friends anymore that wanted to play. And yeah, I didn't actually play. Oh yeah, I did play the Xbox version, the first one, which is
Yeah.
afterwards they created the arena thing, right?
No, you have like 5 Xbox games. The
What?
stupid thing was you needed to buy the next, well, not expansion, but the next one. They made one
Hmm.
for every year. But every
Oh
year
no.
you needed to buy one, another one. So I
Uh,
got 3, and then I was bored with it and started playing with the cards again. But
yeah.
you got the Magic Online stuff for
Hmm.
the PC,
Yeah,
and
that's been
after that,
around
yeah,
quite.
that's running for a long time now.
Yeah.
Interface is stupid.
Yeah, it's like what's it called, 1998 interface
Yeah,
looking.
yeah, it looked like something on C++.
uh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, and then they made the arena stuff. Yeah, that
Yeah.
actually looks quite nice.
I see here. It's Duels of the Planeswalkers was released in 2009.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you're correct.
I started playing again in 2009. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, and you got me interested in it, and we started playing casual again
yeah.
with a
Kitchen
few
table,
friends.
and I whooped your ass with it.
Oh, that was harsh.
Yeah.
Shit, where you get that it's some sort of demon, right? That you can find up, and then when he gets into play, you can. What was the thing
Oh, I
again?
got my list. Demigod of Revenge, I think. Need to
Demigod of Revenge.
need to look at my list.
It was
It,
horrible.
it was awesome.
The thing is, you search for that card, you played it, with, of course, Dark Rituals, and then it
Yeah,
gets
but
into play. You can
yeah,
search for all the other cards with that same name and put them either
it
into
was
the
the most
battlefield or
stupid deck ever because everybody had like shitty decks that started doing stuff at turn 4, and I
yeah,
am like turn 2. If I had to, I needed an island and a swamp.
yeah. He has 5
No,
mana.
no, I started turn 3, and then I cast intuition. I searched the cards, and I needed a dark ritual on turn 4, and I beat your face in. It was
Yeah, fun
awesome.
times.
Yeah,
uh, and during that time
brilliant.
that we were playing those kind of games, a friend of ours introduced us to EDH.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, we didn't notice how brilliant that stuff was.
we didn't get it.
Yeah,
No, we didn't notice at all. It was
we were stupid. Still are, though. That was dumb.
he really wanted to play this EDH, and I'm like, oh, what's the fun in that? Well, you explained you have 100 cards, and you have 40 life, and
Only one off.
only one. It's a singleton format, so you can have
Yeah,
only one of each, except for lands,
yeah, that's it.
basic lands, though.
Yeah,
Basic
and
lands.
I thought it was stupid because used to get all the stuff I liked yeah, in
Hmm.
play sets of 4. And why
Yep.
can't you put 4 of the favorite stuff in oh man. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't get either. I
nope.
didn't get it. So what's the fun in that? You have 100 cards. You can only have one. What's the
Yeah,
chance you're actually playing that card then?
yeah. Well, you
And
need to increase the chance. Yeah.
yeah, well, we didn't know that.
j-
We're
Yeah.
we were stupid.
No.
We were stupid. But yeah,
Yeah.
eventually we bought one of
It's
those
awesome.
pre-constructed decks. I think you did.
Yeah. Yeah, I got the Kalia one, and that was
Hmm.
I think around what year is that? 2012, 11? Yeah, 2011. That's the first Commander Precon set.
Yep.
I got the Kalia one. You got the Onomar.
Yeah, I got the anime. Well, actually, it's Riku with the 2 reflections.
Oh
Commander that
yeah, that
came
was
with it.
the main dude with it. Yeah.
Yeah, but the commander format, you have a, as the title says, you have a commander that leads your army. And
Yeah.
what did we explain already from commander? You have the life total, which is 40. You have
Yeah,
100
40
cards singleton.
singleton. Yeah. So it's
You
99 because the commander
yeah.
takes up 1 slot.
And the commander, he comes from outside of the deck. You have a special zone, and you can cast your commander in your turn for for its casting cost. And when your
Yeah.
commander dies or is destroyed or whatever, it goes back to its command zone, and the price increases with 2 colorless mana.
Yeah, that's it.
Commander tax.
Yeah. And if the
Hmm.
commander you play
Hmm.
damages opponent for 21 commander damage, you lose. Because
Yeah,
the normal life total like of 40, you can get life back with
hmm,
different cards and stuff, but the commander damage is final.
right, right. Oh, and another important thing is that you can only cast spells that are in the same colors as your commander, or
Yeah,
in the description of your commander's skills.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because some cards are black, but
Hmm.
have some activation cost or something in other
Yeah.
colors like blue and I don't know what the other white.
Yeah, maybe Golos is a good example, right? It's the colorless guy who has all the 5 colors in his
Yeah,
activation.
yeah, yeah.
So that's a good example. You can use all 5 colors for that deck, but you can leave a few out if you want.
You can.
Yeah, you don't have to. Don't know if it's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah,
Uh,
Animar is 3 colors. Kalia was 3 colors. It was were pretty balanced at first.
Oh, the decks, the precons you got were stupid.
Yeah, they didn't make
The-
sense at all. Some
No, it
cards
was
in there are just weird.
yeah, it was stupid. But the commanders were pretty decent.
Yeah, I still use them.
Hmm.
Animar is one of my favorite decks. Well, it's also my
Yeah.
first commander deck. So.
Well, not mine wasn't actually because I got the Kalia deck, but I didn't
Hmm.
imitate it, and I
Right.
built one from scratch.
Was that the
Because I had my own way. Yeah, it was the duck on black
Duck on
blade
Black
deck.
Blade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's my baby. It's
yeah, it's great. I
awesome.
love that card.
Yeah,
It's an old guy or an old commander card, but it's
yeah, it's totally stupid, but it's
no, it's
brilliant.
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll put the decks later in the description so people can check them out.
yeah, the site
Yeah, just
because I
Deckstats
list
where you
all
can.
my decks online. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I can
yeah, so do I.
work
Just
on them.
it helps. It's a great tool to create your own commander deck. But
Yeah, or keep track on what you're doing with the stuff. If you maybe pull something out the one deck and put it in the other,
yep,
you know
yeah, exactly.
where it's supposed to
Just
go. Yeah,
keep track of all your cards because I have so many now. It's insane.
yeah, it's getting stupid. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have even more because you keep on buying stuff, and I don't have the money for
Oh yeah, I got the deal with
it.
with my
Yeah, you got a
girlfriend.
special deal.
Yeah, yeah, I got special deal. I get like allowance, a monthly allowance, and I spend
Spend,
that shit on all on the magic probably. Yeah.
but it's
Well, I don't buy video games anymore, so that's a good thing.
yeah, true,
If
true,
you're
and we have a
knowing
good
about that.
time. We play Magic most of the time on Fridays.
Yeah, Friday night.
Friday
Yeah, that's
night.
the best night.
Yeah, it's not called Friday Night Magic for nothing then, but it's now only
Yeah.
Commander games for us.
Yeah, it's Commander games and it's brilliant. It's like 4 people drinking beers,
Oh yeah, I forgot to
acting
mention that.
like wizards, shooting spells, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, Commander is a multiplayer format. I forgot to mention that.
Oh yeah. Also,
Yeah,
yeah.
so you can play with two, but preferably four people, and that makes it a lot more fun. And
Yeah, it's brilliant.
yeah, there's no rules attached that you can only play or fight the person on your left or your right. No, you can just attack anybody if you like. But it's
So you
also
beat your brother's face. Awesome. Yeah.
you can also use politics in the game just to maybe force the other player to attack somebody else
Yeah,
and not
make
you.
deals and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I don't attack you if you don't attack me, and then you persuade the other players to attack me. So yeah, brilliant.
No, not only that, I gave my creature away with lots of enchantments or artifacts on it, and they couldn't
Yeah.
attack me with it, but they could attack you.
Basically, you backstab me on the little words on the contract, fucker.
Yes, yes, I actually screwed you over with that one. That was really
Yeah.
harsh, but yeah, you had it coming though.
Totally.
Uh,
What you get for being a black player, eh?
yeah, that's the thing we called a threat assessment. You basically look at the board state, what people are playing. They have certain lands, they have certain artifacts, certain creatures, and all do something else.
And you know what kind of deck they're playing because you
Yes.
lose to them like a million times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in this case, your threat assessment actually was really good. It was on
Yeah.
point.
Normally it's shit, bro.
I was playing Sir Gwyn, which is a knight which is focused on artifacts and equipments and knights. And I
Yeah.
already had a shit ton of artifacts in game. You were playing mono black, I think.
As always.
Yeah, with life gain and infect.
And that touch. Yeah.
Yeah, you're already a target from the start because your commander is an asshole.
I'm always a target from the start.
But yeah, you do such amazing stuff with that deck.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. What was your commander
It's
called again?
evil though. It's a Krik, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Krik.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And the other two players, one was playing a ramp deck, so he kept putting lands into play and getting a bonus from that.
Karametra, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Karametra. And the other, which one was he playing?
Doesn't really matter because I was gonna beat the face. Yeah.
Yeah, and well, their board states were okay. They weren't doing that much yet.
I
And
think he was doing the cleric stuff. The new
oh yeah,
deck
yeah,
he's
it was the
built.
cleric stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Based purely on creatures with the type cleric.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But you saw my board state and you were like, oh, I'm gonna have to do something about this because if he plays something,
well,
it's
I
gonna
know
be bad.
I know that deck. Well, yeah.
Pretty well.
Pretty well, yeah. And I know if you cast some stuff like turn 4, and I need to beat your face.
Mm-hmm. So you attacked me twice, I think, and I I didn't have any response to it. I'm looking at my cards. I'm like, oh, I cannot do shit. He's gonna beat me to death. So I'm bitching and moaning.
I got stupid once. I attacked the cleric dude one time. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know
listened
why.
to me because I was complaining like,
Oh yeah, was that?
oh, don't
Yeah,
attack me.
stupid shit.
Yeah. I was like,
Okay.
oh, I'm not attacking you. You shouldn't be attacking me, because
Yeah,
if you don't, I won't attack you this turn. And he's like, well, okay, maybe I am. Maybe I am being a dick. So he attacked somebody else.
yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
Stupid,
okay. Now I have one turn.
biggest mistake
And then
ever.
I got that equipment card that says you can. It gets +2/+2, I think, and it gives
I don't know.
creature. It cannot be sacrificed,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah,
cannot
yeah.
attack its owner.
And you can pass it over. Yeah, you can pass it over
Yes, you
to
can
the other.
pass it
Yeah,
over
yeah.
each turn. So I just made that deal to not attack you, and then I give away at the end of my turn my creature to the other players, and they attack you
It
with
was
it.
massive, and it
Oof.
was
Yeah, it
protection
was really
from
good.
black, so I couldn't stop it either. It was stupid.
Yeah, it had all kind. I could draw cards with it, and I had
Yeah.
sort of Sinuous Steel on it.
So
Good,
whenever
good
I'm in a
times.
multiplayer game with big
This
guy,
boy.
I'm gonna beat his face. Beat his
Yep.
face. Yeah,
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 I was feeling a bit bad about that because I didn't have that card when I made the deal.
yeah.
So I'm like, oh
I
shit, I
actually
gonna have
thought,
to do
oh,
this.
maybe I'm being a dick. I should, yeah. Maybe I should attack someone else. Stupid,
Mm-hmm.
stupid thing
Stupid.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still lost the game though,
You
sadly.
did. Who won? I tuned out after that. I was like, I'm fucked. Okay, fuck it.
Yeah. So the other players killed each other with my creature.
Oh yeah.
So there's only two of us left, and the last player I attacked him, and he had one of those damage reflection things,
All right.
and I had the path to exile my own creature.
Oh, that's nasty.
So I'm like, oh, I still have a chance, but then I didn't have a blocker, and he did 7 damage to my face, and because you already gave me like fucking 33 damage
I get you
already.
good ass whooping.
Yeah, you got me good.
Yeah.
I died, so he won. It's salty, but yeah, it was a great game. It was really good.
Actually, it
So you
was
can see
pretty.
it's really,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really strategic, and it's a lot like chess or
Yeah. Plus, it's always fun because you're playing with friends, and they
Mhm.
all remember the stupid shit you did or the nasty backstabs you did, and so it's always
Yeah.
yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, this is a good one to remember. Also, the one that the other guys we play with, there's creatures with flying, right? And creatures with flying can block creatures with flying, and other creatures that don't have the type flying, they cannot. So you fly over them.
Yeah.
So one player asks, so do you have any creatures with flying so you can block mine? No, I don't.
I don't have creatures with
Barely.
flying. That's that's explicitly what he said. No creatures with
Yep.
flying. Yeah, that's brilliant.
He did, however, have the creatures with reach.
Yeah, that's the type of mechanic. So some creatures on the ground can actually block creatures with flying if they have reach. But
Yep.
this is flying. So there you go.
When he told me that story, I'm like, oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to the thing we were talking about.
Like I remember what we were talking about.
No.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about how to build a deck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you all
Commander.
mention there's 5 colors, right? 5 magical colors. You have white, blue, black, red, and green. So yeah, like I said, you have 5 colors. Each color has a specialization or is good in something. So
Yeah.
white has a lot of life gain, blue has lots of counters.
White is basically shit.
Is it?
Yeah. White. I think white is the worst color you can play.
Well, white has a lot of removal though.
Yeah, but it doesn't do jackass.
Well, it's not good with ramp or card draw.
Yeah, that's basically you lose.
True. But shall I continue with the colors?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. So there's sucky white. There's amazing blue.
yeah. Oh, amazing black it is, dude.
So counter spells and card draw is in blue. Black
You actually
has
need to explain counter spells, I think.
yeah count. Well, the name already implies that you
Oh yeah,
counter a
because you're a
spell.
wizard. Stupid.
You're a wizard, Harry.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's a giant nope basically. Just
Yeah.
somebody plays a card and you just say nope, that's not gonna happen. Fuck that shit. And some counter spells do weird stuff, so you get extra cards or somebody else gets cards, or
Yeah,
I don't know,
that's cool.
put it
So,
back in the library. Um, what does black have? You're the expert.
well, you pay life to get what you want. Basically, it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, life is a resource. Because you got 20 life or 40 in Commander,
40.
it's 40,
Yeah,
so you got a ton. You can pay life to get better stuff than the other people.
get what you want. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's a brilliant thing.
a classic one is the necropotence.
Yeah, back in the day, people thought it was shit.
Oh
It's the
yeah,
most.
why would you pay life to get cards? That
Yeah,
sucks.
but you need cards to win, so it's basically
Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome.
yeah. There's stories that people threw away necropotence, and
Yeah, people
yeah,
ripped it up and all that kind of stuff.
it's weird. It even
Yeah,
got a horrible score in like that what was it
Inquest.
called? The Inquest.
Yeah, the magazine
Yeah.
because back in the days we didn't have internet,
Nope.
and they it was a monthly magazine, I think, and
Yeah, it was something like that.
they posted price lists on cards if you wanted to
Hmm.
buy singles and stuff.
Oh, I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah, I threw away the Inquest I had a year ago.
Yeah. Well, you didn't need it anymore with the internet.
Yeah, yeah, internet's brilliant.
Hmm. Um, back to red. Red has destruction and direct damage. So
Yeah,
a lightning bolt is a good example, but stone rain to destroy lands. It has lots of direct damage and fast creatures and goblins. And
yeah,
pretty cool. And green is all about land draw and recurring stuff. Oh yeah, black is also from recurring stuff from the graveyard, right?
yeah. Graveyard recursion, discarding, so making
Discarding is
sure
also black.
people
Yeah.
lose cards and stuff, and
Hmm.
basically pay life to win. And
Yeah.
well, they got a lot of creature destruction as well.
Yeah. Yeah. And green is just big creatures, tokens, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean that other colors don't have that stuff, of course, but
yeah, but it's prominent.
yeah, it's prominent. They're specialized in those things.
Yeah,
So you can build a deck with different colors. As you have three colors, you can have basically everything you need. You can have counters, you can have
yeah, you just
direct damage
pick
and
the
land
best
draw.
stuff from the colors you're in, so
Hmm.
you get
Hmm.
everything.
And of course, certain cards are really expensive. So what I try
Yeah,
to do is make it budget friendly. So find alternatives. But it's really fun. Building a deck is just great.
yeah. Sucks when you don't have the card you need, though. I usually look stuff up and I see the picture of the card and I think, yeah, I got that one. So
Hmm.
you build it in, you incorporate it in the deck, and the whole deck is almost finished with the cards you think you have. And then you start building because you need to look through your binders and box with stupid commons and stuff.
Shoebox again.
Yeah. And then you find out you don't actually own the stupid card and it's like $20, euros.
No.
Oh. So you go look for a replacement and there is
Yep.
none. Yeah, that's shit.
Yeah, and then you know why the card
Yeah,
is
that's
$20.
stupid. And that's when the allowance comes in. Allowance. Yo.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I have a monthly allowance.
No, but $20 for a card is actually quite stupid. But
Yeah.
around €2 is normally, yeah, that's normal.
Oh, well, some cards. I bought the Crucible of Worlds.
Yeah, I
That
bought
one's
some
€20.
€20 cards as well, but
Yeah.
I tried to do not because it's freaking
Yeah, same,
expensive.
same. And the thing is, it's just cardboard, right?
Yeah, yeah, and
It's so stupid.
but the nice thing is if you get lucky, well, depends on how the corporate's printing policy goes. It
Hmm.
actually becomes worth more if you ever going to sell them.
Oh yeah,
Because I sold,
yeah. You sold already some stuff, right?
yeah, I sold some stuff because I wanted cards that were stupidly expensive, or not stupidly expensive, but some deck needed a few cards that were expensive, and so actually I traded cards for cards, basically. But I sold them and used the money to buy the other
Hmm.
ones.
Oh, I got scammed a few times as well
I did.
for expensive cards. Yeah, yeah. I usually when I went to my local Magic store, I brought my binder
Oh
with
yeah.
my expensive cards, and it was a Force of Nature, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it's worth shit now.
Verdant Force.
Oh, Verdant Force. Oh, yeah. It's still
Yeah,
shit
and
nowadays.
that got still, but back then it was
Oh,
pretty
back
good.
then it was money.
Yeah, and it got stolen from my binder because I left it when I went upstairs to get something to drink.
Oh, stupid.
Yep, yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep. Well, this was what you did, right? You think you can trust everybody in that local game store. You know
Oh, but
everybody,
yeah.
but
Actually, I got scammed a lot as well, but basically because I didn't understand what good cards were. So I had some good cards in the
yep.
binder, but I didn't know they were actually good. And some other guy, yeah. Oh, the card is pretty nice. I'll give you this perfect card. It's awesome. You can beat face and stuff. And I was like, yeah,
Oh, it's a dragon.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I trade that stuff. Yeah. So and basically you got scammed because you had a 10 euro card and they gave you a 50 cent. And yeah,
Yep.
thanks, go.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah,
That happened. Or they try to give extra things. Oh yeah, they can have this as well and this, and you're like, oh,
it's all
holy shit! I'm
25
getting like 10
cents. Yeah.
cards.
10
Yeah,
cards,
10
dude.
cards for one.
Yeah. Nice.
And yeah, they all sucked. But yeah,
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
That's why I don't actually like trading anymore. I like trading with you or friends that I play Commander with, but
Yeah,
don't
that's
like.
pretty pretty normal because we actually
Some people bring their binders to like tournaments and stuff, and I'm like, nope, fuck that shit.
yeah, well, now actually with the internet it's pretty okay because you just look up the card what is worth money wise
True,
and
true. Yeah, we didn't have that then. We
no
had to look up
you
in the Inquest.
yeah how good the card was. If you thought a card was good and the other card was good as well, you traded them and you didn't look at the money.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about some cards, 20 euros, stupid.
Well, now some cards in the era we played, we started playing, are worth like
Hmm.
shitloads.
Yeah, apparently you can still buy like booster boxes from Tempest and Visions Mirage, and
Yeah.
they're like 300 a box or something,
No,
400 a box.
I guess more.
Yeah, I think Stronghold was like thousands, right? Over Weatherlight.
No, I think Ursa's Saga is like a billion euros a box.
A billion euros.
Yeah, because that was
It's a
the
bit
most
much.
busted set ever.
Yeah, that was great. So basically, making a deck, making a commander deck, you find a theme or a commander that you like with it has a certain what do you call that? A characteristic or a mechanic?
Pick someone that's cool and
Yeah,
just shove us a bunch of cards in a pile and play the game.
right. And another rule is that your commander can only be a legendary creature.
Oh yeah,
So there
that's
you cannot have anything to be your commander, but legendary creatures are the only thing. So you search for a legendary creature and you use that as your commander,
yeah,
and then you build your deck around that.
yeah,
And well, you're stuck in the colors of your commander, so it's a mono blue color, for instance, like the Emery deck I have. I'm stuck to only blue cards or colorless cards.
yeah. Artifact,
So
yeah,
that's neat.
colorless, yeah.
So the Eldrazi things I can just cast.
Uh, yeah, you can do that.
Getting
Yeah,
flashbacks there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eldrazi is not the favorite.
Oh, I like them. Everything with tentacles is just so good.
Yeah, awesome.
uh,
Yeah. No, it's brilliant though. You can actually look at all the cards in the whole history of Magic, and
mhm.
pick everything you think it's cool, and put it in a deck. And
I use something called Gatherer, for instance, to just look at all the cards that they have with certain mechanics.
yeah, I use it as well. I heard people about Scryfall as well, and
I haven't looked at that yet.
EDH Rec is a brilliant
Yeah,
site. But the
yep,
thing about that is it gathers information from decks people build. So
yeah,
what's commonly played in those decks you will find, but the gems, the brilliant
yeah,
cards
exactly.
nobody uses, they're not going to be on there. So you
Hmm.
need to find them yourself.
Yeah, that's what I had as well, because I like to build decks with cards that are not usually played.
Yeah,
For instance, my Shadow Gang brothers and my Emery deck. They're
yeah,
They're just cards that I thought they were really cool, and when you look for suggestions for EDH decks, they don't show up.
No, they actually don't. Same with the Carrick I built. That
Yeah,
dude
true.
normally is built good stuff. Oh yeah, well, basically everybody builds it the same, and I built it
Hmm.
totally different. I think mine is way cooler as well.
Yeah, exactly. Well, there is something called competitive EDH or CEDH.
Yeah,
Those decks usually tend to be more alike because they're just using the best cards
ever,
with the best setup.
and the
Yeah,
most
and
expensive as well, because yeah, everybody
oh yeah,
wants the best.
the best cards are usually expensive cards.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think that's the fun way of playing. I just want to have a fun game and not be forced to not even play Magic, if you get what I mean.
Well, we are actually quite cutthroat in playing our tables
True.
because most degenerate stuff you can play are, well, people don't frown about it.
Yeah, true. There's some unspoken rules or unspoken things in Commander that people don't
Yeah,
like land destruction.
and
People don't
stacks,
like.
stacks, and land
How do you
destruction.
explain
You
stacks? It's just
you
locking down the board, right?
you prohibit people from playing Magic, so they can't use their lands, they can't use their hand. Basically,
Hmm.
you get back to nose picking.
Yeah, great.
Yeah,
Yeah, I usually picture Winter Orb
yeah,
for stacks. This
yeah.
is a perfect example, right?
Yeah, that's probably a heavy stacks card. There are
Hmm.
Blood Moon, something.
Oh
Is
yeah,
that stacks? Yeah,
yeah, conversion, I think.
yeah. But we actually don't mind. Well, Winter Orb is going a bit far,
Hmm. Yeah, but things
but
like
our group is pretty okay with.
uh, things about when I played against Frank, the Torpor Orb, for instance.
Yeah,
I was playing a creature heavy deck that has only whenever enter the battlefield effects, and with a
yeah.
Torpor Orb, it says no effects from creatures entering the game happen. Like, yeah,
Oh yeah, you just got to destroy the artifact then.
yeah. Well, I couldn't because that's on my creatures.
Yeah, yeah. Then basically you wait till the other players decide they
Hmm.
destroy it.
Yeah, but the horrible part was you were playing in that game as well, with your nobody can attack.
Yeah,
Creatures come into play tapped.
awesome.
Uh, no, you guys just shut that game down, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just
Yeah.
sit here and pick my nose.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We don't actually play the most heavy stuff, but
No,
it's pretty close.
yeah, when the well, there's other YouTubers out there that categorized in levels, right?
Yeah.
So level 9, 10 is CEDH, 7, 8 is like optimized decks, and I think we're at the 7, 8-ish level.
You think? I don't know,
I do.
man.
Yeah, yeah, they're optimized. If you have a look at that thing, we have optimized for ramp. We have card draw. Ramp is getting uh,
Yeah,
land
more
advantage
lands.
basically. In turn two, you got three mana, for instance.
Yeah.
Then you have ramp. It's I guess
You
that
can
works like
you
that.
can pay more and on that turn than you can normally
Hmm.
than you
So
normally should. Yeah.
if you have that in your deck and you have a way to get extra cards, because
It's
drawing
important.
one card at a time is very important because you need cards to win.
Yeah.
Um, then you need to have removal in your deck to get people's shitty things out of the way.
Yeah.
Like for instance the Torpor Orb.
Or the
So you
winter
need
orb. Yeah.
yeah, you need artifact removal, you need creature removal. So you have to make
And maybe a
you have
board
to
wipe.
maybe a board wipe or two or five. I don't know.
Yeah. Because if you're flooded with stuff,
Hmm.
always nice to get rid of it.
Yes, exactly. Because but having all that makes it an optimized deck, right?
I actually don't know, man. Yeah, I think the optimized is uh, looking at the budget. I think because you can have uh, ramp,
Yeah.
you can have stupid ramp, and you get awesome ramp.
Well, I don't think a budget deck is
No, it's not.
or worse than a.
No, that's not it. But you can have stupid ramp and perfect ramp. If
What
you get
would
what
you?
I mean.
No, yeah, well, I think I do. But what would you say is stupid ramp?
If you look at it's mostly looking at the commander. If your commander is like 4 mana, you
Hmm.
need to pay 4 to get it into play. And
Yeah.
well, your deck evolves around that creature, so you want to get it in play as soon as possible. You need to
Yes.
play ramp spells or the thing that make you pay the commander as soon as possible. So you need
Hmm.
to ramp on turn 2, preferably.
Yeah.
Preferably before turn 2, but looking at the budget, it's gonna be turn 2. Uh, if you jam that deck full of ramp that's is coming into play on turn 4, it has the ramp.
Yeah.
It's not optimized.
Yeah. I get what you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's you have ramp, but it's not optimized
optimal. Yeah.
exactly.
So
Hmm.
with
Yeah,
optimized,
I
you need
thought maybe you meant certain cards in there, like what's the card called? That whenever a opponent plays a land card, you can put a land card into play.
burgeoning, burgeoning.
Burgeoning, yeah. Oh, that thing
Yeah,
is
that's
just
awesome.
insane.
But if you don't have lands in your hand, it's
Yeah,
totally
suck.
shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, true, true. Yeah, that's why I thought about having the what's the lady called that puts extra lands into play as well.
Azusa.
Yeah, I was really tempted not to
I'm
put
walking
Azusa in my deck.
walking magic encyclopedia. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've been playing for quite a long time.
Yeah. I
It's
know.
all right.
I
We know
know
a
a
few
lot.
cards.
Yeah, I know a lot of stupid shit.
Well, Zuza is also played a lot though.
Yeah.
So
Was expensive
it
as
just
well.
yeah, it's reprinted, so it was not that expensive anymore. Yeah, and I got it from a booster, so I'm happy.
Yeah. Awesome. Was that the last
Yeah.
pre-release?
No, no, no. I got that from one of the commander boosters we won while playing commander.
Oh, all right. Nice.
Yeah, what we sometimes do is just for fun. We bring a couple of boosters. We play the whole night of Magic, and then the one who wins gets an extra, and the rest all gets one booster.
Yeah.
And I really like that. That's just fun
Yeah, it's funny.
because
It doesn't make it any more competitive though,
no,
because we're
no, because
already pretty competitive amongst each other.
yeah, yeah. Most of the time, actually, we don't actually get to give the extra booster away because
No.
everybody just won once or something,
Yeah,
or you have a tie, or
it's brilliant.
it's just weird. But I got my Azusa from that, and putting it in my Shadow Gang Brothers deck was actually pretty neat because of the Crucible Worlds.
All right. Oh, because
And
you can you sack him and you play him from the graveyard. Yeah.
yes,
Oh,
so I can
nice.
play 3 lands from the graveyard.
Yeah, that's brilliant.
So I don't mind destroying my own lands. I have land destruction in that deck. It was first a deck really focused on land destruction.
Yeah, awesome.
That was I don't know. I just thought, mate, I'm gonna make the worst deck everybody's gonna
The
hate and just play
most
it once.
nasty of decks ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then I played it once. It wasn't optimized then, but I'm like, this is not fun.
Yeah.
It's just not
But
working.
the thing is, it was mostly one-on-one destruction, and
Yeah. Yeah. If I
being a
play one on one,
multiplayer
it would. Mhm.
stuff, it's that's really shit. You need to when you cast something, you need to destroy a land on everybody's board, not just one person, because that's shit.
Yeah. The Shadow Gang Brothers is already focused on destroying something for everybody. I'm like, I'm gonna focus more on that. I'm just gonna destroy stuff from me, but my stuff has recursion, and everybody else has to destroy something.
Yeah, that's brilliant. It's a
That's pretty
nasty
fun.
deck though.
Yeah, but last couple of games didn't
Yeah, true.
I got get rushed. Other decks were way quicker.
What deck did I play against your shadowing last time?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
We were also drinking quite heavily last time.
Yeah, last time we had a lot of beers. It was awesome.
Oh,
My threat assessment went from well, yeah, it's actually low most of the time. Below 0. So
it went from 0 to hero.
yeah, brilliant.
Let's get back to what's your main focus for building a commander deck?
Oh man,
What goes on in your head?
it's different every time. It begins with getting a commander you want, and
Yeah.
because the last time I always wanted the Skitterix deck. Skitterix
Hmm.
is a dragon that's nasty as, oh man, people hate that stuff. It it
What does it do?
it has infect. It's flying infect,
Oh,
and it's like 3 hits and you're out.
yeah.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, we haven't discussed or told that even in commander you only need 10 infect
Yeah,
damage
10 infect
or,
damage.
or poison counters they're called,
Yeah.
and if you have 10 poison counters you're dead.
Yep.
So it saves like 30 damage.
No, because well, if it's your commander, because he can be your commander, it's like
Hmm.
from you go from 21. Normally it's 21 commander damage. You go to 10. It's brilliant,
Yeah,
and it's like a 4/4, I think, 4/4 flying,
yeah.
and so it's 3 hits. It's part of the 3 hit club. People
Yep.
mostly refer it, but yeah,
Hmm.
it's brilliant. So I tried to build that deck once. It had a lot of discard and a lot of nasty black
Hmm.
stuff, but it didn't work. So I shelved it, and
What didn't work? It just didn't. I don't know. Maybe you
well,
got
it got
targeted
hated out.
instantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got hated out of the game instantly, and yeah, it didn't work. It wasn't for me.
Hmm.
Then I started building a Krieg deck, and I looked at EDH Rec. Stupid me, shouldn't done it because I wanted to build it
Um,
like everybody else, and it was totally shit. And
hmm.
all right, so I shelved that one as well. And after a couple, if I built 2 more decks, I
Hmm.
finally thought maybe I should build another mono black deck and combine Krieg and Skitterix. Maybe that's brilliant. So that
Maybe that is.
yeah, maybe that is brilliant. And so I started looking which one should be the commander. So it's gonna be Krieg because he cheats mana. So
Hmm.
he's a cheater. Whenever
He's a dirty cheat.
when he's in play, I can pay my life to get the to pay the cards. So that's brilliant. So you need
Yeah, black mana becomes Phyrexian mana, right?
yeah,
Which
you need to pay
basically
life.
means you can pay life for it.
Yeah, so I need a bunch of lifelink. He's got lifelink on himself, so that's awesome. So you put in a buttload of equipment that shoves him up to a lot of damage, so you get more life
Hmm.
and you can pay more stupid broken stuff, and well, you win. And I thought, well, maybe I put in a Skitterick surprise. So I built it infect, and instead of removal, I put all the death touch lifelink dudes in. So all the equipment I've got in that work on the commander currently,
Hmm.
they work on all the stupid little creatures I've got in as well. The stupid creatures I have in block all the stupid creatures from the other players, so that's brilliant. I get life.
They all die.
I
Yeah.
get life all the time, so I can pay all the stupid broken stuff I got in there, and then comes Skitterix, and boom, you're dead. And that's awesome. Yeah, I
No.
really, and so I figured that one out a bit in my head, and I started looking at cards that were, yeah, well, nasty, and I shoved in the Dark Ritual because that is awesome,
Uh, no.
and you got a deck. Yeah, it's brilliant.
I was about to say I see a bit of a pattern here with the decks you're building. They're horrible.
Oh yeah, you take a commander that's nasty, and you shove in a Dark Ritual, and then there you go. It's awesome. And if
I just
even if
hate.
it's not, even if my deck doesn't contain black, it's black as
Mhm.
hell. Because
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Which one was that you just built? It was blue and white, and it
yeah,
plays just like every other black deck you
yeah,
have.
it's
It's just
so
son of
brilliant.
a
Yeah,
bitch.
nice. It
It's
doesn't have to
horrible.
pay life for to gain what you want though.
True.
I really
True.
like that aspect from the black decks. You can
Yeah.
pay life for everything you want.
Yeah. I think that's a cool mechanic they
Yeah,
made for especially for black, because other types have it as well, but black is just excelling in that aspect.
yeah.
Um, but you don't have any certain rules that you make your deck on, or a topic or a
Well, I start with 38 lands,
mhm,
basically. I
always.
always I when I make them online, I
Hmm.
always put doesn't matter what the color is. I always first thing I do is I put 38 swamps in there, just so the space is
Doesn't matter
taken.
what color it is, but
Yep,
here's 38 swamps.
38 swamps, and then that space is taken, and then I start building a deck. And maybe I take one out, two out, depends on
Hmm.
how the cost of the cards is focused.
Yeah,
And then I always pack 10 ramp spells.
hmm,
10 is the minimum, I think. And I try to shoot for 10 card draw, but I cheat on that
yeah,
sometimes. And mostly my commanders help with drawing cards, so you can
yeah, or playing other cards.
yeah, so you
Mm.
can cheat on that a bit. And that's basically
Yeah,
the main
and
rule.
then do you focus on destruction as well, or removal?
No, I don't focus on it because I pack it automatically. I
Hmm.
always because I know who I'm up against, so I get what I need.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you have enough removal for everything
Yeah,
possible. Yep.
yeah. But
Hmm. Now that's what I do with it when I build a deck. I always keep in mind, oh, who am I playing against again?
nice. Yeah, but my
Just make
decks
sure.
not always contain a lot of creatures. I think most
Hmm.
don't actually.
I don't know actually. So some, I think your crick deck has a few
Yeah,
creatures
he's
that
got
are.
like 30.
Uh, and the
Yeah.
worst part is, first there was the vampire nighthawk, and now you have a new nighthawk
Yeah,
that's
it's
even worse.
awesome. It's a
No,
Nighthawk. What's his face?
I don't know. It's another
Uh,
vampire with flying lifelink, and it's just
yeah,
way too powerful for its cost.
yeah. It's called the Nighthawk Scavenger. Yeah,
Uh, it's so
brilliant.
good.
You can post that picture on the TV.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, and these.
It's so
Oh,
good though.
I got the deck list here. It's got 29 creatures, and the commander itself is a creature, so 30.
30 creatures.
Yeah, and
Well,
this
that's a
deck,
bit less than my Animar deck though.
I didn't pack a lot of tutors. I only packed the Diabolic tutor and the Mastermind's Acquisition. So that's
Uh,
weird for me. I usually pack tutors.
yeah, you're the Mr. Tutor.
It's got hatred though. Hatred is awesome.
Hey, there
It's my
you go.
favorite, one of my favorite cards. Yeah.
Yeah, that's typically a card for you. Yeah,
Oh, I love
hatred.
that stuff.
When I
That's
think
awesome.
about you playing Magic, it's definitely Dark Ritual and
Yeah.
definitely hatred.
Yeah, it's
And I
awesome.
think Tainted Strike is also going to be one of them
Yeah, that's in there. Yeah, well,
because
I don't use that a lot. That's the only deck I got
no,
it in.
but it just screams your name.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just
And,
one
and
of those cards that just fits you perfectly.
looking at my casual lists, the old school 60 kitchen table stuff we made, I've got a lot of black stuff, man. Oh,
Yep,
and Reanimator. We didn't discuss Reanimator yet. You remember when we
great.
reanimated the
Y-
deck?
Yeah, it
It
wasn't
was
fun.
brilliant.
No.
Oh, I'm gonna explain this.
Well,
This is so
go
good.
ahead.
This
Give it a give it an explanation.
this is not like the commander stuff. It's 60
No, this is
cards, so
just
you can
normal.
you can have four offs of everything, and the deck
Right.
is all about getting stuff in your graveyard and getting it out. So you need to have the most expensive mana wise creatures that are so beating face, and y- normally you can't cast them on like turn 2. And this
No,
deck,
they're 9 mana or
yeah,
something, or
this deck evolves around the Pathrazer of Ulamog. It's 11
uh
mana, huge ass annihilator
Eldrazi.
body. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing is,
Uh,
what you want to do is either have it in your hand or have a dark ritual and a buried alive. So you turn 1, you pay your land, dark ritual, buried alive.
duh.
Search your library for 3 creatures. You search 3 of those bad boys, and turn 2 you exhume. And exhume is 2 mana. Each player choose a creature card from their graveyard and put it into play, and then you're going. That's so brilliant.
Great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
Son of a
I love
bitch.
that stuff, man. It's so
It just,
degenerate.
it's a really, really another type of deck that just screams your name. I already heard a Dark Ritual. It's
It's so awesome.
filthy,
Yeah,
filthy,
I
filthy,
like I like
filthy.
that stuff. That's one of my first decks as well.
Yeah,
When I really
that's true.
when I got back into
Hmm.
into
Yeah, one
Magic.
of your first decks was with the Lord of the Pit, I think.
No, yeah, that was my
That was your
yeah,
first.
that was the first deck, but I
Yeah.
rebuilt that one later on. That's awesome
Hmm.
because I really like that Lord of the Pit. It's awesome.
It's pretty great.
Yeah,
It's not. It's the same thing I have with Spirit of the Night. It's
yeah, but that one is awesome as well.
yeah, but it's
It
not good
sucks
any or
nowadays.
something.
No,
Yeah,
yeah, but the same with this.
back then it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was awesome. Especially the mechanic that you could cast it with the 3 creatures you got it
Yep,
in your deck.
yep. You can. It depends on three creatures when they're in play. You can sacrifice all three of them, and then you can put them into play.
And
And that was
actually,
pretty cool.
back then you thought like, oh, combo, it's a combo, it's awesome. It
Yep,
was
yep.
so shit because the mana costs of those 3 creatures. Yeah, oh yeah, it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter. But it was crap.
Well, for that time, the power level wasn't that great.
No, and
So
it actually was pretty cool.
it had flying, it had first strike, it had protection. I think it also had haste,
Yeah, I don't
and
know. It had a bunch of keywords,
and it was
but
6/5.
but the thing is, it was awesome when you pulled off the trick and you got it into play. That
Yeah,
was the main thing.
that was great. But
Yeah,
nowadays, the power level of the cards is just so good. Like I told with the Vampire Nighthawk, which is a 3 mana, a 1 and 2 black. It has
yeah,
flying, lifelink, and
that touch,
first strike.
that
That
touch.
touch.
Yeah,
There you go. 2/3 attack
yeah.
power and defense.
It's
Uh, it's
brilliant.
just so good. So every time you attack with it, you get 2 life back. Every
Yeah,
time something blocks it or you block with it, it dies because of that touch.
yeah.
Thing.
It's
And you get the
awesome.
life.
Yeah,
So
it's got
I
flying.
think it's just insane.
It's and then you cast a
It's
hatred and it's game over.
no.
Stuff is
and a
brilliant.
tainted
Yeah.
and a tainted strike.
Oh yeah,
Mwah.
I did that once. Oh, it was
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Oof.
I beat someone's face in with the hatred and the tainted strike.
Oh, that was
It was
the day when I came on later, right?
yeah, it was so good.
Ah,
Stuff
dang
is nice.
it. That's stuff I don't like. But when I think of when I build a deck, I like a certain theme. You know, let's
Well,
take
yeah,
Embry for
when black is your deck, it's the theme is like
that's the theme.
yeah,
Just be as dirty
it's dirty,
dirty as you can.
evil bastard.
Demonic bastard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah, it's true. It's actually a theme. You're right. You're right. But yeah, certain creature types just are common and also have an effect on each other. So you can have a deck with human creatures, and
Yeah, they
you
call
can
that
have
stuff
creatures that's
tribal. Yeah,
yeah tribal.
yeah.
So you have a certain inserted tribe of creatures, and they all
The
give each other
vampires.
extra bonuses. Vampires or
Yeah.
humans, or in my case, I took Mir, and Mir are little tiny robots, and there's
Yeah.
not a lot of them.
I like that. I like how you built that deck though. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's so funny. I took a commander which says I can throw stuff into my graveyard and I can cast artifacts from my graveyard when I tap it. So you can picture a lady of the lake having her lake filled with tiny robots, which she keeps throwing out to get rid of all these robots. Uh,
Yeah, it's
that
awesome.
that was the whole picture of that deck, and it works pretty well.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Works all right. And I never thought the Ether Spell Bomb was so good. It's
Yeah,
the thing that I can
it's
return
broken in
target's
the deck.
creature to its
Yeah,
owner's hand.
but I like the Shadow Gang brothers you built as well. That's
Yeah,
one of the more recent decks as well. And how
hmm
you got the spreading algae in there, you bastard.
Oh, that
Oh, it
it's
says
such
something
a
about our play group, or maybe about your brother, when
yeah.
you pack normal anti-black cards in your main list of the EDH deck.
I
Oh,
was talking to Frank about putting karma in my decks as well.
oh,
Just get damage for every swamp that you have. But not the spreading algae. The thing for me is that it's a recurring enchantment. That's the only thing that's important about it.
yeah, but it's especially nasty for me as well.
It says whenever it is an enchant land, so I can play it on a land of myself or on an opponent. And when the land becomes tapped, destroy that land. But it can only be played on swamps. So the first thing in the group is, does everybody have a swamp? Oh, it's my brother. There
Yeah,
you go.
thanks, buddy.
And
I was happy you played it on Frank once, and then
yeah,
I won the game. Oh, nice.
yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That was the only game I actually played it on somebody else to not be a dick, and then we lost.
Yeah. I see a recurring theme
Yeah,
about not being a dick and losing.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's always the case. But
Yeah.
yeah, sometimes you have to, because you know from my Sir Gwyn deck, you just know
Yeah, I need to
if
beat your
there's
face
stuff on the
in.
table,
Yeah. You can't have
and you don't
stuff.
do anything. And the worst part is Sir Gwyn starts real slow and just puts or artifacts into play, equipment. Everybody's
Well,
like, well, he doesn't have any markers.
you got some early plays as well, some creatures and stuff, because it has some creatures in it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not only
But
involved around
in
the
this
about the
case,
commander.
I just had a few artifact enchantments or artifact equipments in play, and
Yeah.
no creatures, nothing whatsoever.
Yeah, but I know what's coming.
So everybody was looking at the table at you from, why are you attacking this defenseless player while everybody else is.
Because
You're like, no,
the
no,
commander
I have to attack this guy.
equips that stuff for free. It's
Yeah,
stupid.
yep.
Need to beat the
And
face.
you need to beat the face.
Yeah.
You need to.
Did you have the Bloodforge battle? Yeah, you had that one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that came later. That thing is just amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
I never because Sir Gwyn is not a deck that I created. It's one of your creations.
Yeah. It's nasty.
it's
Well,
it's really nasty.
it's a collaboration. About we both
hmm
built it, but I started the first draft of it.
It's it's the thing is because you got so addicted to building decks that you're like, oh, I need to build a deck, but I don't want to spend any money. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need a new deck. Build one for me.
Yeah. It's
And you
I
started on it.
quite jealous on of that deck as well. I really wanted to build it for myself. But I
hmm
already had the color a deck in that colors, and it was awesome to give you a nice.
Yeah, actually a good deck
Yeah.
because at the time I only had Animar, I
Well, you had
think.
Animar,
Yeah.
not optimized.
Did I had Nakasar yet? I think I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You did have
Yeah.
Nexar. I helped you with that
Yes.
one as well.
Yeah. The first three decks you helped me build.
Yeah,
Later I updated Animar, so it's now
yeah,
more of a creation of myself. But yeah, those three were decks that you helped me build a deck because I wasn't very good at it. I just put in creatures that I liked
yeah.
or
Well,
cards that I liked.
it's not that I built your decks, because
Oh no,
you built it yourself, and I just gave it the first draft.
you gave me tips how to create a deck. Like you told before, like 38 lands, you have 10 ramp, then draw, removal, and then stuff that's important to your combo or your commander or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. That's just
Yeah,
when I started building decks, I got a template from a YouTube show or a podcast.
yeah,
What's it called?
yeah.
That's quite popular, and they had a template.
hmm
I've got a picture of it. I can show it. I don't know if it's copyrighted though, because
No, it's all right.
you it might
Might get
be
another copyright strike.
yeah,
God dang it.
because their
Uh,
logo is on there.
well, if their logo is on there, then it's fine.
Oh yeah, all right. Yeah, but I use that, and how the mana curve worked. I've got that from. They actually have quite a few good episodes on how to build decks.
Yeah, and they have got quite a lot. It's the Command
Command
Zone,
Zone
right?
podcast,
Yeah,
yeah. And
yeah, I like that podcast.
that's the first podcast I started to watch, and later
Hmm.
it became Mitch, the Commander Squatters,
Yeah, I like that as well. It's really funny.
budget commander decks. That's awesome.
Hmm.
And I listen a lot to the Legendary Creature podcast. That's
Oh
awesome.
yeah, those
And
guys
that's
are so
the
fucking
most
funny.
stupid thing is when I build
Mm.
decks, always when I finish the new deck and I post it on the Facebook group we've got. One
Yeah,
of our friends always like fun. Oh, dude, the Legendary Creature podcast just built a deck around that. You should watch it. It's almost the same. And I'm like, oh, son
yeah,
of a bitch.
yeah. I had that with the professor. Like, oh, I'm building this deck, and oh, I need all these kind of creatures that put tokens onto things. And then the professor a few days later comes out with, oh yeah, if you're building a token important deck, you should have these creatures. And I'm like, no, now the price is going to
Yeah,
increase.
yeah,
Fuck.
yeah. The on Legendary Creature podcast, the price is not gonna increase. But the thing is,
Mm.
it's stupid or bizarre how they read my mind and build the deck, and
Are they
I'm
also black
yeah.
magic
Also,
players?
it's almost the same as how I built it, and
Just a
it's
horrible
yeah.
being, and they're horrible being.
Yeah, it's awesome. I really love their show. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're great.
And but then I go listen to the episode because my mate told me to listen to it, and it's
Yeah.
almost the same. But they got some better cards, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put those in. It's gonna be even more nasty.
Oh,
Yeah, that's brilliant. But my Erebos deck is I built it,
yeah,
and it was almost the same as the one
they
dude
had.
from
Yeah.
the Legendary Creature podcast. So I actually tuned it according to his deck and mine deck, and it works brilliantly now. The same
Hmm.
goes for the Ojutai last deck I built. The Ojutai Dragon Lord Ojutai dude.
Oh, that's the blue and white one, right?
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
last editions I did, I showed you the last
Hmm.
additions I did, and they came from the Legendary Creature podcast because they built it as well.
I think it's also great that you took some things out of there that you were like, ah, this is way too
Yeah, I
horrible.
had the winter up in there and
Yeah.
back to basics, and
That
oh,
that's
it
like
was
I just like I don't have a Cloudstone Curio in my Anima deck.
yeah. And there's a new creature. Terenis, uh, Archmage dude. I don't know. I forgot his name, but
Hmm.
he is like 2 mana and he stops people from casting their commander because you can only cast
What?
cards from your hand.
Yes, I've
But your
heard about that
commander
one.
is in the command zone, so you can't
Hmm.
cast it. That's yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
and
bit too
neither are
far.
stuff from the graveyard.
Yeah, but I graveyard it's fine, but
No,
I
no, no.
think
Yeah,
you
he
should be
says you
able
can
to
only cast from your hand, right?
yeah, but in general, graveyard casting is fine. I don't give a shit, but
Hmm.
you need to cast your commander
Yeah.
because else it's not a fun game. So
Hmm.
if I messed with someone's graveyard, yeah, big deal. You can remove my stuff so you can cast from the graveyard again. But if you can't cast your commander, there's no fun in that. So I
Yeah.
didn't include that one.
That's the same thing I had with the that board wipe I have in my Shadowgang Brothers that does 5 damage to every creature and everybody destroys 5 lands.
Oh yeah, that's nasty.
Oh, I didn't want to
Brilliant
play it,
though.
but it was my
Yeah.
only chance that game because everything
Yeah.
was fucked. And it didn't work out for me though. But
No.
holy shit,
It was awesome.
that's one of those cards that you am I gonna play it? Am I gonna do it?
Same is with my Kalia list. I got the
Right.
Armageddon in there,
Yep.
and I had it in my hand loads of games, but mostly I don't cast it because yeah,
Hmm.
I did it once, and then
Yeah.
someone
But
got salty, and because I only cast it when I
when you
am
can win the
sure
game.
I can beat faces in,
Hmm.
but he removed my key piece, and then it all
Yep.
went to shit. Yeah, so
Yeah.
yeah,
But it's really good with Kalia because you remove everybody's lands, even yourselves, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
But I
but you
don't
can
need
cheat.
lands.
Yeah, you
I
can
can
cheat
cheat.
your your things into play, because when Kalia attacks,
Yeah,
you can put a demon, an angel, or a dragon into play.
dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
attacking as well.
yeah.
So you can just put everything in, well, one by one into play every time you attack. It's just insane. But
Deck doesn't contain small creatures. It's all big bombs,
yeah,
all
yeah, or the
massive beasts.
Master of Cruelties, for instance.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
it's
called Master of Cruelties
finisher.
for nothing.
Yeah, it's awesome. Especially how the wording is on the cards, because Master of Cruelties wasn't intended for commander.
Mm,
It is a creature that is a 1/4 death touch, and when it
yeah,
connects with someone's face, it
yeah.
sets your life total to 1. So that's pretty fair because you still have 1 life. You can do whatever you want the next turn. Maybe get some life, maybe beat the other guy,
Hmm.
whatever. But how it works with the Kalia commander is that goes flying and attacking, and the other dude uh,
It goes attacking
attacks.
as well.
Yeah. So the whole only one creature may attack, or only the Master of Cruelties may attack, doesn't
Yeah,
work.
but does the damage, does that go in the so first the Master of Cruelties does damage, your life total becomes 1, and Kalia hits you dead, or
I think it has first strike, so it works.
right?
That one does the damage first, so it's like a one shot because Kalia beats your
Yeah, she
ass
does
for
2
2.
damage. Yeah.
Yeah, so you're fucked.
Oh, it's so. I've lost the game through that thing quite a while, quite a lot.
Yeah, yeah, it's awesome.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's not. Yeah, but
Yeah, I like that kind of stuff.
sometimes you're just thinking, oh, should I do this? Should I not? Same with the ruination I had in my hand, the last game I was playing with my Shadow Game brothers. Everybody had lots of uh, special lands, or not basic lands, and I'm like, oh, if I destroy this now, my main opponent, which is my brother, is fucked. But we're also fucked. so
Yeah, thanks, man.
so I'm like, but I need these other guys to help me destroy my brother. So mm, should not do
Yeah,
this. But eventually I thought I should have just done it, because we died anyway.
yeah.
To Frank, not to you.
Oh, not to me. Oh,
No.
shit. Well, yeah, we always died to Frank.
Yep. Yeah. It's basically
Yeah,
because we keep infighting each other.
yeah.
uh,
Oh, I like it though.
yeah, it's
It's
pretty fun.
funny.
I like that's the best part as well. I don't like, or I don't mind losing a commander. I don't really mind.
No,
It's
no,
if I had a
I
fun
know what you
time.
said.
What I don't, well, yeah, what I dislike a bit is being kingmaker. So you hit all the other players out, and you then you lose.
Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah,
But it's
that's
all right.
nasty. Yeah, it's always funny, but the interaction is funny.
Yeah, yeah.
I always nag and
Complain.
I act angry, but it's always fun.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. It's if you can play your deck and you have a fun time, that's the most important part of this game.
Yeah, and well, it also when you build your deck, you know how people are gonna react to it. So in my case,
Hmm.
uh, I know people gonna gonna beat me. So yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
how
think
you
it's
build your
fun.
deck. For that cricket, for instance, you build it around lifelink, so you're like, yeah, well, attack me, that's fine. I don't really care. I'll just get
Yeah.
my life back.
No, it's not actually about them attacking me and I get the life back. It's because I want to pay a shit ton of life to
That's
get
also
the
true.
things I want.
That's also true.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I
I
remember a
didn't
game that
take
your
into
life
account.
total was like a yo-yo, just going up and down every time. It's
Yeah,
fucking weird.
it's awesome.
As a blue player, I do not understand.
Yeah, well, we can trade decks sometime.
Yeah,
It's
we should.
awesome
We should.
playing
I'll
the new
like that.
deck. But I don't want to play like the Emery or the Nekasar because I know how they play.
Now you want to play Sir Gwyndon.
Oh, I didn't mean Emery. I meant Sir Gwyn. I don't want to play Sir Gwyn or Nekasar because I helped build those. I know
Yeah,
how to play. And
the
yeah,
Animar is
Emery.
pretty dope now. That's
But I hate Animar.
oh,
I hate it with a passion.
yep. And you're right.
It's yeah,
Yep.
most broken thing ever.
Hmm.
Well, not ever, but it's up there.
It's the protection from black and white, which is really good.
Uh yeah. Stupid, stupid stuff.
I like it. I just added morph, like 10 morph cards to the deck.
It made it more of a problem now, yeah.
Yeah,
Because I quite I was quite able to handle Animar, even with playing black.
I almost screwed myself that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drew my whole deck, so everything except one
Oh
card,
yeah.
and then I'm like, oh,
The cascade stuff.
yeah, I want to give everything haste, so I have this card that says everything gets haste, all my creatures, but it has double cascade on it, so I have to draw cards until I reach a creature and put it into play. But I only have one card left, so if you draw your last card and there's no cards in the deck when you
You
have to
lose the game.
draw,
Yeah.
you lose the game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I
Yeah.
cannot play this, so nothing has haste now. I'm like, shit.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But then I just played creatures that were infinitely huge.
Yeah. Hey, you can cut the
Yes, I
episode,
can.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a beer, man. You should play the clip though. Get yourself a beer clip.
Get
That's
yourself
awesome.
yeah,
I show that shit wherever I can, man.
I'll
It's
put it back in.
brilliant.
Oh, wait a minute, I forgot
Yeah.
something.
Whenever I get a beer, I'm hitting play on my phone. Get
Get
yourself
yourself a
a
beer.
beer,
Yeah, it was pretty good. I love it.
Yeah. Nice.
Get
It's
yourself
awesome.
a beer.
Yeah. The guy that made that props,
Yeah.
man. It's awesome. Love that shit.
Mhm.
Switch, baby. Right, I'm back.
Ah, you're back.
I'm a wizard.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a wizard. I shoot
Use your
spells
magic.
from my ass. What?
Oh God. Oh, that I so cracked up when he explained that. I can't for the life of me remember
It's
who he
brilliant.
explained it to like that.
No,
I
I
think
don't
it was
either. It
some
was
kind of
awesome
girl he
though.
was like talking to. I'm like, you're a wizard.
Maybe we were just playing and someone was interested. And he was explaining, "You're a wizard." Nice.
You could see the look of disappointment in her eyes.
Yeah.
You're a what? You're a wizard, and you have to
Yeah.
cast spells to destroy other wizards or planeswalkers.
She's not gonna play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the look of disappointment was just amazing. Nowadays, everybody
Yeah.
kind of plays
brilliant.
Magic and D&D. It's just weird.
Yeah, I remember back in the days we went to our first like
Yeah.
tournament in the
Oh,
Tinne Soldaat.
s-
And the
sweaty
people that
nerds.
were that attended to and it was like in the
Mhm.
dungeon, the
Yep.
nerd dungeon.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The nerd dungeon. Remember that
Yeah.
little bucket that hangs on the what's it?
Yeah. Because the sewage,
Yes, the sewage pipe.
drain pipes.
They are leaking.
Oh, it leaked. Yeah.
So there's a little bucket
Yeah,
underneath
there was a
there
bucket.
that catches
Someone tipped the
leak.
bucket. Multiple people tilted the bucket.
Yep. Somebody was
Yeah.
playing Magic. He stood
Yeah,
up,
I know people that tilted the bucket.
hit his head against the bucket, and it tilted
Yeah.
all over him. And I was like, no, no,
Shit
get
water.
that shit away from me.
Nice. Shit water. Oh.
Shitty situation, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That was also in the time that we even didn't use like
Sleeves.
sleeves. Yeah, sleeves for
Yeah,
a card.
sleeves. You sleeve your cards, yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, they're expensive. I've seen people just not sleeving their cards and just getting the shit out of their
Well,
trunk or their basement. Oh yeah, this card is worth $300.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, at first we didn't sleeve either. We just played the cards.
Hmm.
After some time, when we got some, it was still in high school, I think. After some
Yeah.
time, I got some sleeve decks because the cards were getting expensive. I knew back then, but nowadays the commander decks we just double sleeve.
Yep.
Because
Just
the
make
sleeves on top
extra
are
sure.
open. Yeah, it's extra protection.
Hmm.
Because some cards are stupidly expensive. Some cards I have from back in the days. Urza Saga. There we
Yep.
go. They are stupid expensive now. The Gaia's Cradle is in Urza Saga. Sarah Sanctum.
Oof.
I don't own these though.
No, me neither.
But I've got Yargmoth's Will.
Yeah.
That's expensive stuff. and I don't know. There's a shit ton of expensive stuff in there.
That even those that we created are just really expensive. But I
Yeah,
already had those cards. They were in my binder or in the shoebox.
yeah. Most cards I already had.
Mhm.
And sometimes I look at sales. Well, not really sales.
Cheaper
Yeah, you get
versions,
what I
or
mean.
yeah,
Yeah, cheaper versions, or sometimes
they're not mint.
when there's a reprint,
Oh
the
right, yeah.
price the price temporarily drops, and
Hmm.
I take that opportunity to get the expensive cards. Or well, yeah, sometimes
Sometimes you're just lucky.
yeah, sometimes you're just lucky and get a card that's it's gonna be expensive, but it's cheap at the
Oh yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah. Especially when they post like spoilers, and you look at a card and you're like, this is insane.
This is gonna be money. Yeah.
Yep. You were smart enough to get me one of those Stoneforge Mystics.
Oh yeah, with the recent reprint. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
because it
only.
was we used to well, I used to have one in the
Mhm.
old set, but I traded it.
Yep.
Stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, didn't see the value in it back then, I guess.
Nee, back then I didn't.
Yeah. I have that a lot as well. But yeah, we got
I
that
didn't
quite
use
cheap,
it
and
because I didn't play EDH.
white. Yeah. I don't use white cards.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah,
there
Seguin you do.
yeah, now I do. But yeah,
Source to plowshares.
you
Bitch.
usually use black cards. I usually use blue cards. So
Yeah.
that's the cards I have the most of.
Yeah, I in comparison, all the other colors they have one binder for
Hmm.
the rares, and that isn't even full. And black, I've got two binders and they're full.
God dang it.
So yeah, yeah.
Jesus.
I'm, but that's what I did. Every set back from when I first started playing, all the black cards I thought were cool,
Yeah.
I got them. Stuck them in the binder. So there we go.
Did we miss anything else, bro?
Uh, I need to say something catchy. That's gonna. That's gonna.
Yo.
Zo wat dan? That kind of shit. That's gonna
That kind of shit.
really gonna make the episode worth its
Pop.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Popped. Yeah.
It's
Nice.
gonna make it pop.
Yeah. Nice.
I know.
Maybe you should post a link in the show notes about the rules of magic. You're a wizard. Deal with it.
And now everybody's disappointed in you.
Yeah, awesome.
The thing is, I really wanted to record one of our playing sessions,
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
and just like the awesome guys do on their YouTube channels, and just look at how we play Magic.
It's gonna be in English then.
I guess. Maybe I'll invite Scott. He's then we have to talk English because he's.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
So then we're forced to talk English. So that's fine.
You haven't seen my decks yet. Maybe if he's gonna
That
look at the deck
sounds so
list,
wrong.
but then he's gonna get, my deck?
That sounds so wrong. He hasn't seen my deck yet.
My deck, boy. But he's gonna. Oh, this is gonna sound so bad. He's gonna meet my black deck, and it's gonna be painful. Yeah.
Okay, I think I got your quote.
Oh shit. Nice.
With that amazing quote, we managed to get to the end of this podcast. That was a lot. Thank you for listening, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. For maybe some better explanation about the rules of Magic and other information, I placed some links down in the description, as well as links to both of our Deckstats pages where you can view our personally created decks. It's time for me to get myself a beer, but please give this video a like and a follow if you liked it, and feel free to check me out over on Twitch or the Facebook page. As for now, how do? Cheers.